Hello once again, welcome back to my beer reviews. Warsteiner German Pilsner. It appears just to be a typical German Pilsner, nothing fancy about it. The brewery is located in Warstein, Germany. They're known for a few other beers. I've had their Dunkelweiss, which I did not like. This Pilsner I've never had before, and I wanted to try it out. Here is the bottle. Pretty basic, gold, black, available all year round. The 6-pack cost me, I think it was $8. So as far as the recipe is concerned, I have no idea. The website didn't give any hints about it at all. A refreshing pale golden Pilsner with a clean taste perfectly balanced with hints of barley malt, subtle fermenting yeast tones, and a mild hoppy bitterness. What's that tell you? 4.8% alcohol. I have no idea what the IBUs are. It's probably going to be below 20 would be my guess. Being that they use Pilsner malt, that's the lightest color, lightest flavor of all the malts out there. Some people notice like a cracker, a bread, a grain flavor. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I couldn't tell you anything about the hops because I don't know what's in it. The only guess I would take is there's noble hops, and there's about 5 varieties. Maybe a tiny fruity, earthy, herbal is generally what they're known for. Maybe a little spiciness in there. Light body, that's what I'm expecting. At the most, a medium body. Light body basically just feels a little thinner in the mouth. It's just easier on your palate. Doesn't go, just not like a gut bomb. Pilsner is not terribly unique. Of all the beers out there, it's the lightest color and flavor. They're all a bright straw color, and then a very clean, crisp, bright finish on the palate. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open it up now. The lightest straw color you'll ever see. Absolutely clear. See me through it? And yeah, that's great. Thin head. As you can see, it's died down a little bit. Started a little bit thicker than that. It's down to about 1/8 of an inch. So the brightness comes from a few things. It comes from using Pilsner malt. They may have filtered this. Usually it's from cold crashing, from using kettle fining agents, which make it clear, and probably a high flocculated yeast. I get light, soft fruits. What immediately came to mind was pear and apple. Soft sweetness, very clean smell to it, very crisp. Not getting anything earthy or spicy out of it though. I thought I might get a little bit. Opens up and covers my mouth, but a very light coating. And those same soft, subtle fruits are there. I'm thinking light colored fruits, whether it's a pear, a banana, not a banana, an apple, maybe a grape. So they balloon up, coat my tongue, the roof of my mouth, and then they slowly die down. They don't really fall off my tongue or go anywhere else, they just kind of evaporate. This is very light body. I mean, if it was any more light body, this would just be water. There's no hop bite or bitterness, nothing. There may be a little bit of a malt character in the background. It's kind of hard to distinguish from those light fruit flavors. Unfortunately, everything in here is so incredibly light and gentle. It's hard to pick some stuff out. The fruitiness that I taste in here, though, I think that's a combination of hops and yeast. I'm not noticing any bread, cracker, nothing. There are no candy sweetness flavors in this. The sweetness I described, that's more of a fruity sweetness. I'm not noticing any citrus or tanginess from it. I'm getting a little hint of bitterness now, but it's still incredibly subtle. Earlier I had none. No other flavors other than I've described at this point. Still coats my entire mouth, covers everything, fades pretty quick. The hop teaser is still noticeable. Those fruity tones are still there. The teasing of the hops stands out just a little more. It overpowers those fruity notes just a little bit, but they're still there. The mouthfeel is very thin. It's a little watery. This tastes like a very simple recipe where they primarily rely on the hops to give it the flavor and the yeast. I would say this beer doesn't really have a lot of character to it. It's pretty one-dimensional. Pilsner I expect to be simple. As with all German beers I've had, so far I've never had one with off flavors in it. Normally I go over the whole list of what I have and say none of this, none of this, none of this. You know, like the diacetyl, the chemical, the skunky, fusel alcohols, all that stuff. But I'll just sum it up and say I do not notice any off flavors in this beer at all. Okay, will I buy this again? Absolutely. I like it. It's not complex, and sometimes I don't like that in a simple beer. I just want you to be true to the style, and that's what this delivers. Will I recommend it? Yeah, I would recommend this. Comparing to the other true from Germany Pilsners I've had, I think this is a pretty good one. Yeah, it's simple. There's not any complexity to it, but there doesn't have to be. It has a very clean taste to it. It's fairly crisp. It's a little bit bright. It does have some of those characteristics to it. Overall, it's still pretty well done. So I think compared to what I was expecting it to be, I think it matches up very well. Warsteiner, or Warsteiner as I say it, if I'm saying it wrong, German Pilsner. Okay, so if you've had this beer and maybe want to add some comments to it, give me some feedback, that'd be great. I'd love to have it. I haven't get much feedback. I'm going to finish this beer off and go have something else. Cheers.